everybody, this is Tracey Walker, and I want to welcome you to The Inside. Thank you so much for taking just a moment to plug in your information and learn a little bit more about how our very, very special guest that I'm interviewing today has been actually able to make money in his bank account without having to recruit people, without having to build a team, without even really having to have a business. I mean, you do have one, but we want to share with you how you can take money that you already have access to in your bank account and begin to learn how to multiply it. And our special guest, Mr. David Imonitie, is with us to share how he's been able to do that. David, how are you?
I'm fantastic, Tracey. How are you?
I am amazing.
Awesome.
And just
awesome.
guys, just so you know, David is definitely no stranger to earning money and building businesses. One of the most notable things, he's got several things, accolades, but one of the most important things that I think is relevant to this conversation is that in the past 7 years or so, he's made over $10 million. Okay. Now, unless you know someone that has done that, I would probably listen up, all right? Because he has some nuggets and he has some things that we're going to talk about today that I really believe can actually help you to transform your life from wherever you are right now over the next 30 days, 60, 90, and on into the future. So, David, again, thank you so much for taking some time. I know you're busy.
Absolutely. I appreciate you inviting me on, and definitely excited for each and every one of you that's actually watching this video right now. And, you know, Tracey said a lot of great things about what we've been able to accomplish, but obviously it didn't look like that a few years ago when I first got started as an entrepreneur. You know, growing up, doing what my parents told me to do, and it not really working out. You know, going to school, trying to get good grades, and graduating as a sophomore, and realized that, you know, school just wasn't my path. And I got introduced to entrepreneurship, you know, owning my own business, and I fell in love with it because I saw concepts that really allowed people to help someone else get what it is that they wanted, and in turn, you know, I would get what it is that I wanted. So I started off at the age of 21, and I didn't really understand money because I think money has a lot to do with the environment that you're in. You know, a lot of people don't really understand the rules of money. Even when they come into money, they don't know what to do with it. And I was in that boat as well, you know, starting out, you know, making a few thousand, not knowing what to do with a few thousand. If you don't know what to do with $1, you're not going to know what to do with 100 or 1,000.
Well, let me ask you this. So, I mean, what's wrong with, let's say, maybe the plan is saving, right? Like, I grew up where my mother was basically like, you just need to save.
Right.
So what about the people that, I mean, we'll get into it, I'm sure, but that $1,
Right.
should someone be saving that $1? What would you recommend for that?
Well, you know, most people do that, right? They put the money in the bank. Well, if you understand money, it's currency, meaning that it should be moving. And if you just have it sitting in the bank, the reality of it is that your bank doesn't have it sitting there. Your bank has it in investments. Your bank has it in the market. Your bank has it in Forex, where they can actually multiply it. So they're not saving your money. You're thinking you're saving money,
Right.
but you're actually multiplying money. You're just not getting a cut of it. So you can't save your way to wealth. You might as well leave the money in your mattress if you're going to go that route. What you want to do is you want to find different vehicles, different strategies where you can actually multiply the money that's actually coming in.
Okay.
And the only way you can do that is through investments. I know you're familiar with the cash flow quadrant
Absolutely.
by Robert Kiyosaki, right? And he talks about being an employee, he talks about being self-employed. But what I want everybody to focus on is the B and the I quadrant. Being a business owner does give you leverage. It does allow you to earn a significant amount of income, but only 1% of the world participate in the investor quadrant, where they actually have money working for them. And that's what we want to show you how to do. How to make money, yes, but now how to make that money work for you.
Okay.
Employ money. That's what we're going to talk about.
Okay. So now in the B category, in the business owner category, where do you see some of the glitches from the owners of these businesses? What are some of the mistakes that they're making, and how can they start to shift to make corrections so that they can shift from the B category to the I category?
Well, I can tell you this. There's so many people that I've met over the years that have made hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars as business owners, and 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, they don't really have a whole lot to show for it. And it's really only one mistake. It's thinking that all of the money that you have is your money when it's not. And I want you to write this down real quickly. There's actually 6 things you do with $1. Like I said, if you don't know what to do with $1, you won't know what to do with $100. The very first thing you want to do, this is going to sound weird, the very first thing you want to do with $1 is pay you. Pay yourself. You're the CEO of your life.
Right.
Pay you 10% of whatever it is that you earn. Second, your tithes and your charity.
Okay.
That's the second thing that you want to do. 10% of that goes immediately to the tithes or the charities, whatever causes you actually want to give to.
Okay.
Number 3 is your living expenses.
Okay.
Your living expenses should only be 25% of your total income. So if you're making $10,000 a month, your living expenses should be $2,500 a month. So a lot of people live way above their means.
Right.
And they can't do the things that I'm talking to you about right now when it comes to money.
Okay.
Next is investing back into your business. So the businesses that I own, there's a certain percentage that I put back into it, whether it's traveling, right, the flights, the hotels, the meals, all the things that I do, all that is already calculated in my income.
Right.
All right? And then, this is a big one, taxes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people leave that out. They don't pay taxes. And you have to put aside at least 25% of your income for taxes. The last is investing.
Okay.
You have to invest. You have to invest, and you have to take a certain percentage of what it is that you earn, and you have to put it into some sort of investment, whether it's a stock, whether it's mutual funds, whether it's bonds, whether it's Forex, something where the money can actually multiply. So pay you, tithes, living expenses, reinvest back into your business, your taxes,
Yes.
and you must invest. I don't care if the house is burning down. You do not touch that money.
Okay.
And that really should be about 15 to 20%.
So let me ask you this, just being frank. So like, where's the fun money?
Mm.
So if those are my main 6 categories, where do I go to the mall?
You, in that first category.
Okay.
So we have a certain amount that we put aside, 10%.
Okay.
And I say, honey, you can do whatever you want to do with this.
Okay.
So right now, her 10% is a 5-figure monthly allowance.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. You want to go buy a bag, it comes out of that.
Okay.
You want to go buy some shoes, it comes out of that.
You want to go on
When
a
your
vacation?
girls want to take a trip,
Gotcha.
it comes out of that. Now,
Okay.
or you can save it. So in 6 months, you got $60,000
Okay.
put aside, and now you can decide that you want to go splurge.
Okay.
But anything outside of that, no.
That's it.
That's it until we increase it. So the goal is to increase it to the point where that 10,000 can change to 20,000
Okay.
and 30,000 and 50. But if you take all of the money and you do the vacationing, and now you're actually working from a place of deficit
Right.
when you do that versus having your money lined up working for you.
Okay. So you've lined up the 6 things that we need to do with our money. Now we want to increase it, as you said.
Absolutely.
Right? So we want to go from, $10,000 a month, that's personal, to $20,000 a month.
Right.
What most people do is they work to get more customers in their business, or they put more hours in. Do you recommend that, or what should they be doing to increase the amount that's in those percentages?
Leverage.
Okay.
Leverage. You have to find a way to leverage you, because there's not enough hours in a day for you to work for you to make more money. Does that make sense?
It does.
J. Paul Getty said it best. I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts versus 100% of my own efforts. Would I rather have 1 McDonald's, or would I want to own 10 McDonald's franchises, or 20, or 50, 100? What am I doing? I'm leveraging myself. I'm giving myself more opportunities for money to come in. So if you're a business owner right now and you own a store, you got to be thinking, how can I expand this store to another store, to another location, and have it in New York, have it in California. You got to think expansion to leverage your income. That's the only way, because you can't work more hours.
Right.
People say, well, I had a long day. There's no 25-hour day.
Right.
Everybody has the same 24 hours. What are you going to do with it that's really going to allow you to maximize your dollars?
Okay. So now leverage is the key, and there's tons of vehicles
Right.
that people, you name some, stocks, bonds, Forex, whatever, right? Of all of those strategies, what would be the one that you say is the recommended one, the one that someone like an average person could actually get started in be educated in and take it step by step until they were actually able to start really multiplying their income into larger numbers? What would you say?
In my experience, I just got to be frank with you, it's been Forex. I haven't seen this amount of average, ordinary individuals actually pick up a skill on their own without a financial advisor. I know you have a financial advisor, I have one, and you invest and they go out and they find the stocks and the mutual funds. But right from our phones, you can actually multiply money in the largest financial market in the world. $5.3 trillion is traded every single day in Forex. And people that are skilled, and people are willing to pay $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to learn the skill of not selling stocks, not buying and selling stocks.
Okay.
They're doing it to learn how to trade within the foreign exchange market. And so from my experience, that's what I've seen, where I've actually watched a young lady literally take a $10 account and turn it to $38,000 in a matter of 4 months.
Really?
Yes.
And she did that with Forex.
Forex.
And so, how did she pay this $5,000 and $10,000 to learn? How did she acquire this knowledge?
We have a company that actually provides tools, strategies, and the education for a fraction of the cost. Because we have tens of thousands of customers, we're able to now give this particular product to people at a very, very low price. So she paid a couple $100.
Okay.
And over the year, through her investment, she's only been a part of it for about 6 months.
Okay.
But she invests about $145 to $185 a month for the subscription, for the education and the strategies, and that's what she's been able to use over the last 4 or 5 months here.
Okay, and you're using this strategy too, right?
Absolutely.
So I know what's on everyone's mind is, okay, well, that sounds good. What kind of return are we talking about, right? So that sounded great. The young lady, she invested $30 and she turned it to $10. She turned it into $30-something thousand in 4 months. Okay, great. So where does the average person start? How does that look for me? If I were to get started, or when you got started, what did it look like for you? And what can someone expect?
One of the things that we recommend with our company is that you learn. That the focus not be how much money am I going to make. A lot of people get involved in businesses like this. I want to make money, and that's a given. But if you learn the skill set, then there's no amount of money that you can't earn. And I've watched people make $10, $20 in a day, $100 in a day, $1,000 in a day. Got a good friend of mine right now. He averages about $10,000 to $15,000 a day. His biggest day was $35,000.
And he's a guru in Forex.
He's actually been doing it now a little over a year.
Okay.
He was first exposed to it by Robert Kiyosaki, because people don't even know this. Robert Kiyosaki right now is promoting you learning Forex. After real estate, the next thing he's talking about right now is learn Forex. He says it's actually one of the fastest ways to create wealth right now.
Okay. So Forex is the recommended direction, right? Robert Kiyosaki even recommends it after you get going with real estate, if you're in that field.
Right.
How does someone, the person that's watching this video right now, what can they do to actually start learning Forex and being able to multiply their income? And because you can do this on your phone, right? They don't have to be computer savvy, guru, technical, mathematicians,
not at all.
Rocket scientists,
not at all.
Doctor,
no,
engineer.
I'm not any of those. So no.
Do you have to own a business?
No.
Do you have to talk to your friends and family?
No, you don't.
Do you have to recruit or build a team?
No, you actually don't.
So all I have to do is learn.
Yes.
And there's a platform for me to learn.
Absolutely.
And I can take my time. Do I have to throw all of my money in?
Oh, absolutely not.
So how does that work?
What we've done is we've put together products that allow a person to earn while they're learning.
Okay.
So we've put together a team of professional traders.
Okay.
And we have a software called FX Signals Live.
Okay.
Where we will actually link your brokerage account. So let's say you open up a brokerage account with FX Choice. That's who I have mine with.
Okay.
We will link it up with our traders that have over 10 years experience, and you'll be able to see their numbers of how well they're doing, and you can pick a trader. And now every time he places a trade, he or she places a trade, it will automatically mirror your account. And when they profit, you profit as well. So you can have that working for you, hands-free, while you're learning on Forex itself, while you're learning about resistance, and you're learning about what a pip is, and you're learning about the harmonic scanner, you can have these products working for you where you have professional traders trading on your behalf.
That sounds really exciting.
It is.
And I'm excited,
Yes.
right? Because I'm now going with Forex as well. And so we were doing this video, guys, to share with you and expose to you really the power of Forex, and to paint the picture so that you understand that in order for you to increase your disposable income, or in order for you to take yourself to the next level, you've got to invest your money.
You have to.
And the easiest way that we think to learn how to do it is through the Forex market. And so, David, thank you so much for taking some of your time this evening to talk a little bit about it. Guys, the most important thing at this point is that you take a look at the video that's right underneath this video. And you're actually going to see David doing a live presentation in way more detail about the company that he spoke about, exactly what the products are. He talked about the subscription, right? What the subscription is, and all the benefits, and how even regular, ordinary people are succeeding with learning the skill of Forex. So what you want to do is go ahead, click on the play button right underneath this video. Watch that presentation, get more details, and once you're done with that, what we'll like to do is just ask you one simple question, right? How ready are you to actually take your life and your business to the next level? Right?
Awesome.
All right. So guys, go ahead, click on the play button on the video below, and we'll see you there.